Some people say that it used to be like a hydraulic crab. If you accidentally get caught, it might just be through the lens. You can't feel how big a 2 kilograms crab really is. So what about this? There's a little crab inside, crawling on the sand, too scared to come out. Can you imagine it? A person standing next to an elephant. What's it like? If you still can't imagine it, how about this? Because older relatives don't often see such large crabs, I had to place the order a long time in advance to get it. Originally, I wanted to wait for a 2.5 kilograms one, but after the octopus left, there was only one rhinoceros left in the fish tank, along with some shrimp. The large tank felt a bit wasted, so I decided to temporarily transfer the swimming crab to it. This big tank was originally used to raise a 2 kilograms blue crab. Now a new member joins. Let's give him a name first. Such a big blue crab. Let's call him Satan. It took nearly 4 hours to acclimate Satan, because it was cold when he first arrived, and since he was a dried crab, he couldn't be soaked in water all at once. We slowly passed the water to him, letting him enter the tank safely. Satan came to the fish tank and immediately searched for a place to hide. He aimed for the big pipe, but obviously, this pipe couldn't provide him cover. Then, he tried to hide behind a stone. He dug a pit, trying to find a shelter. Satan, like all crabs, wanted to jump in the tank. Anyone who's raised crabs knows their jumping skills are strong. They can swim easily to the top of a pole. But Satan, with his weight, couldn't swim. So he had to climb. He used anything available to climb on. Once upon a time, there was a little crab who used a heating rod wire to escape. So, for a tank that raises crabs, either the water level is half full, or nothing extends beyond the tank. Alternatively, the tank can be covered. In my tank, first, Satan couldn't swim. Second, there was a tank cover. And thirdly, there were no external forces. So, it was almost impossible for Satan to escape. Satan started to feel more comfortable in his new home. I'm very relaxed. And even left a big stinky strip of waste. I think Satan will achieve great things in the future. Didn't you say that the relatives were very grumpy? Why do I feel like Satan is not irritable at all? He's calm and doesn't mind being teased. I noticed his claws are too big. Eating smaller foods isn't easy for him. He can't even grab them properly. Doesn't the shell meat seem too small for him to hold? Then I gave him some harder foods. At first, Satan didn't seem interested in them. The little crab also wasn't interested. He lay quietly in front of Satan. This scene seemed quite harmonious. I realized it wasn't that Satan didn't want to eat. He simply couldn't grab anything properly. His claws are too big for him to hold onto food. Anything Satan tries to grab just falls quickly. I felt that he still wasn't quite secure. I had to find a way to give him an escape option. It was the Spring Festival holiday, and if I wanted to buy a box, it wouldn't be shipped anywhere, so I donated my treasure box to him. After setting up the box, it turned out the escape shelter wasn't perfect. The box was too high, and Satan couldn't climb out of it. Then a new box arrived, so I gave him another escape route. Now his place to stay is solved. but he still needed some entertainment. So, I made him a little friend. Let me explain first. This little crab is not my pet. It serves as a tool crab. One purpose is to test water quality. The second is to clean up leftovers. The third is simply to accompany Satan. Having the little crab around helps Satan feel less lonely. So, this little blue crab isn't really a pet. It can serve as food for either me or Satan when needed. Satan's appetite is quite large. Sometimes it makes the tank water cloudy. If leftovers aren't cleaned up quickly, the water quality can easily deteriorate. So I cleaned up all the bottom sand. The tank looked much cleaner and fresher. They dug through the sandbags. They are always thinking of ways to escape. The little crab works hard. And the big one works hard too. They are not thinking about how to climb out, but they are always working on their escape plans. I'm exhausted from crawling and having to feed them. The little crab has a good appetite. It feels like he's always hungry. They just demolished their little home. Leave them alone for 3 days, and they'll turn the tank upside down. What can I do? I have no choice but to clean up after them. After reloading the sandbags, I found a problem. It was wrong for me to place the escape route like this. By placing it here, it leans against the glass, making it easier for them to climb out. So I moved the escape route a little to the middle. Later. My sandbag was taken apart again. I still decided to remove all the sandbags. Can't leave anything behind. Without the sandbags, it's easier for them to hide. They're thinking again. After a few days of hard work, neither of them managed to escape. The outside world may seem better, but the tank is actually the safest place for them.